Walk among gods, destroy anything in your path, maximize the damage to the highest potential, destroy any boss easily and fast, even after the patch where all of them were buff. Well, today we're going to be killing multiple enemies while we're watching them die. This is going to be one of the most amazing God tier builds, and today I present to you my God tier Paladin build. Welcome to my God tier build series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put this together, which is going to synergize just perfectly and is going to just destroy anything that gets in the way. So if you want to make the impossible a reality and you're enjoying what you're watching so far, a like is appreciated. Now, the first thing we're going to be taking a look is our sword. Without it, we are not going to be very mighty. We're going to be using the Pieta's sword level 10. As you are able to see, this one's going to inflict a lot of holy damage, and on top of this is going to have an A- radiance scale, which is going to be requirements of 25. Now, this sword not only does it do holy damage, but holy macamole, this is going to be wrecking just about anything that gets in the way. So to raise this sword to the highest power, I encourage you to keep watching the video because it's just going to get even more exciting. Now, a Paladin build is not sufficient if you don't have a trusted shield. Now, in this case, we don't even have a fully level shield because the build is just that amazing. Now, to make this build very potent, we're going to be using the Abyss Chalice. This Radiance Catalyst is going to be requiring 22 of your attribute point, but this is going to raise everything that you're going to put together in this build is going to make the impossible look real. And we're going to be looking at here at A+, which is definitely going to maximize everything. Now, to be able to make this even stronger, we're going to be using 4 different spells and not 5, because I believe the less is more, and this is what this build, God tier build, is all about. We're going to be hitting hard with just about anything that is in this arsenal. First is going to be the Piercing Light. I like this one because it doesn't take a lot of mana cost. As you guys are seeing there, it's 29, so you can pretty much use it and abuse it to kill anyone that gets in your way. And of course, nothing gets better without the Radiant Slash, and you're going to be dealing a lot of high damage to anyone that gets really close to you. And then we're going to be using the Healing Radiance. This is one of the most OP and underrated spells that you're going to be able to use for a paladin. You're going to be facing a lot of different threats, and of course we're going to be needing this healing because it's going to keep us alive and it's going to keep us going. And then to make this a God tier build, boys and girls, is the Aurea's Judgment. This spell here, even though it's going to cost you 120 mana cost, this is what separates all the builds from any other build. This thing just crushes, destroys, and melts anything that gets in your way. Not just one, not just 2. You can kill up to 20 different enemies while you're just watching them, because this is how potent it is. Like I said, it does cost 120 manas, but it's so worth it. And this spell, it's only mediocre without this Radiance Catalyst. And to be able to make this even stronger than what it is, of course, it's just we're just going to use a regular armor. See, nothing special, nothing special. And what's going to make this build even crazier is going to be this Hysteria Pendant. This pendant says, containing a strange crystal of dazzling, almost hypnotic colors, right? Is going to increase the spell power by an additional 15%. That is how crazy this pendant is going to be. Now, to make this even more powerful, we're going to use the Barrage Ruth Rain. This one is going to remove one of our spells, because by doing so, we're going to make this build even more crazy. It's going to raise our spell powers by an additional 20%. And with this one, we already have a 35% additional damage. And on top of this, we're going to be using this crazy Radiance Catalyst, which is one of the best that you can use. This is going to raise this build to another impossible level that is going to make it something very special that you're going to be just destroying anything that gets in the way. Now, there is one more thing. There is one more thing that we're going to be using, and it's going to be this. This is called the Mana Stone Ring. What this allows you, as you are a Paladin god, you're going to need mana. Mana, you wasted a lot, so it's going to go away. Now, this ring is going to bring it a little bit at a time. So whenever you're not using your mana and you're using your sword, this is going to be adding your mana back, which is going to be something very special because you're never, ever going to run out of your god powers. And then for last, we're going to be using, of course, our Brimstone pair. Whenever we need them, we'll use them. But we actually don't need them because we're always going to be using our Healing Radiance, that it does give us quite of a boost, better than the Brimstone pairs. But we have them here because it's part of the build. And then on top of this, we also have this Minor Holy Salt. It does give it another kick to the build, but it's up to you. If you want to use something else besides this, you are welcome to it. And then we're also going to be using the small Mana Stone clusters and also the large Mana Stone clusters. Now, let me show you the different type of attributes that separates this build from just about anything. And we are looking at our stats. This is a level 163 and it hits like if it was a 300 level build, because we're going to be focusing on a couple of things. Paladin Build, think about it. Everything is going to synergize just perfectly to become a god. We're going to be at 25 on strength and agility, just enough to wield our different weapons that we're going to be using. And also on top of that, the armor that we're going to be wearing, that's going to be helping us whenever we are having our endurance at 40, because we need to make sure that we are taking care of our god tier build. And then on top of that, we're going to be going with 38 vitality. And you're asking yourself, that's pretty low for having this type of build. The great thing about it is that since we are using the Healing Radiance, that is always going to keep us alive because it does give us that boost that's going to keep us going. And then at Radiance, we're going to go full on board with 70 because we're going to raise this to the max level that we're going to just destroy anything, any boss, like I said, any enemy, anything that gets in the way. There is no challenge that this build cannot overcome. And the last, we have Inferno at 18, just in case something that we may need to, but in this case, you're not going to. So if you enjoyed this video and I was able to provide something that you've never heard ever before and put this together, and you are a lethal machine, a like is appreciated. And also subscribe to the channel. I will be bringing to you the best god tier builds that you could ever see on YouTube. There's no other need of another channel because you'll hear it here first. Once again, thank you for watching, and I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next video.